Hey everyone, it's Annette. We're going to go in Michael's. I'm going to take you shopping with me. With the recent Joanne Fabrics closing, I wanted to go in my Michael's store and see if there's any new products in there, especially for paper crafting. And if you're new to card making, stick around. I'm going to show you some basics that will help get you started in this hobby. So let's go. Okay, so I'm in the aisle where there's the glitter and pigment powders, embossing powders, and these are supplies that are usually here, but I want to show you, I do see some new products that are used in card making. So I am seeing a lot of blending tools, blending brushes for ink blending, and these little blending brushes, which I've never seen here before. And then up here, these are always really good to have. And so they're $3.99 and you get 4 of these little fine tip, precision tip bottles. And I like to pour my craft glue in these, and then you can use the fine tip to really get the glue into the small, like die cut pieces to glue down to your project. But I don't know if this is a good price. 3 of these blending brushes for $9.99. I think I would pass on these. You can actually use makeup brushes that are clean, but I was at the store not long ago and makeup brushes are not cheap, or makeup sponges are not not inexpensive. So maybe $10 for 3 is a good price. But these blending brushes are good. Silicone spatula set, those are good. $12.99 for 3 of these, and they're double they're double tipped, so that's a pretty good deal. You can use these for like spreading your paste, your texture paste, glue, and I actually may pick these up because I don't have any silicone brushes. And then we have some foiling, so that's cool. And then what I really want to show you is right here, just moving on down the line a little bit. I see more stamps, but a lot more stencils. Now these stencils are from Recollections, and it looks like they're mostly $10, $9.99. But they have 4, 5, 6 pieces in some of them. So, you know, stenciling is a good way to add some interest to your card projects. And again, you would just use the stencil with inks, and you would use these blending brushes to swirl the ink right onto the cardstock. So that would be fun. We have some fun stamps too. So these are nice background stamps. I really like that. Now I have a stencil. I have a stencil that's brick, but I really like that stamp, but I don't need 2 of the same. But they have some fun new items. I'm noticing these make cute borders. These are like rubber stamps. Oh, that is so cute for teacher cards. That would be very cute. So I actually have quite a few of these. I bought these a couple years ago and I've never even used them. So, and there's some nice nautical, some seashells. Very cool. Okay, let me move on down. So here we have some of the inks. I don't see anything real new, anything that they've already had. Just different kinds of pigment inks, some wood stamps, some dye inks. These are not the inks that I use. I did when I first started, and I will say when you're starting out, you really do want to pay attention to your products. Like these stamps or these inks, I don't know if you can see, but I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but the pads are kind of spongy, but the better stamps, the better inks, I'm sorry, have like a felt ink pad, and those just give you nice crisp impressions. I did start out with these inks, I will have to say. They did okay, but when I switched my inks up, I really noticed a big difference. Big difference. All right, I'm going to turn my camera to the other side of the aisle. And here we have some Ranger distress products, which I love. I personally really love these. I like the distress inks. I do have the oxides. The oxides are a little bit more like a chalky finish, but the inks are more vibrant. But down here, these are really fun. The texture paste. These are real fun, and I think I am out of the texture paste, so I am going to pick up one of these. And these are fun to use with stencils and just to get them on your project, and they dry real fun, and just give a kind of a distressed look to your project. And let's see, they have some blending tools, some alcohol inks, which is something I have not gotten into. And let's see, wax seals, those are real popular right now. I used to do that years ago, like in the 80s. And I still have my wax seal set, but those are making a big comeback. And then we have envelopes. Now, if you're new to crafting, I would definitely recommend buying envelopes versus making your own. I mean, you can make your own. They're not hard to make, but I don't know. It just seems like buying them is just a little bit quicker. I would not buy pre-cut cardstock, because that's where you're really, in my opinion, wasting money. Pre-cut cardstock like this, for example, this is craft cardstock. It's 65-pound weight. It's $8, but you can buy a whole pad of paper and cut down your own. It's just more economical that way. But if you want to go this route, they have, it looks like they have card mats and bases, slimline cards right here. And up here they have tags. So it's just a matter of what you want. They have envelopes and that kind of stuff. So let's go to the next aisle. I want to show you the paper. Before we go to the paper aisle, I want to go back to these stencils, because I didn't realize this, but I just noticed these stencils are layering stencils. So they will build this scene. So this has 4 stencils that will build that tree scene. And I love that. I love that. Here's another one that does like a real fun, like birthday. Oh goodness, these are real fun. So I think for the price, that's a good price. They're even thinking way ahead till fall. Here we have pumpkins. Come on, camera. My camera's not focusing on this. There we go. I'm not ready to think of fall yet. My goodness, this is, when I'm filming this, it's early April. Haven't even had, we're just getting some spring flowers here in central Ohio. But yeah, I think, you know, some of them have, like this one has 5 stencils to build this seashell scene. And I like that. Oh, look at this. This one builds a little mushroom scene. I love that. Okay. I think I might get this tree. I don't have anything like this. I think my camera is wondering what in the world it wants me to focus on. There we go. I'm going to get this because I have some silhouette stamps that are reindeer or deer, and I think it would go really well with that. But yeah, if you're in the market for stencils, check that out. I think that's a great idea. And they even have these teeny tiny ones. These are so tiny, but they're just like one element, like a little bow. Oh, again, it doesn't know what to focus on. It has a little bow. I love that. Okay, now I get it. Here's some little, these would be nice for Easter or sympathy, and I think I'm going to pick these up. Very pretty. We'll give those a try. All right, now to the paper aisle. Okay, so they have a pretty good selection of cardstock. They start at 24 pound, then they go to 65 pound, and then I think 100 pound and then 110 pound cardstock. Now down here is the 110 pound cardstock, and this is what I buy for my card bases. I typically use white card bases, and I'm going to get this because I am running low, but for $17, and usually they'll have a sale. Unfortunately, they do not have a sale today, but so each piece of cardstock will give you two USA2 card bases. So you just take your paper trimmer and you just cut the cardstock in half. On the 8.5-inch side, you cut it at 4.25, and then that gives you two card bases. So that's how I do my card bases. And then my card mats are the same. I usually use 65-pound cardstock in black for my bases, but they don't have black in the 65. Now they have it in the 24-pound. I've never bought this before, but I'm going to try it because it's just a matte layer behind my card panel. So we'll give it a try. I'm just going to get a small pack, and we'll cut those down, and each page will give me probably 4 card mats. So that's good. Okay, so let's see, where can we go next? Let's go down to the paper trimmers and the adhesives. I want to talk about that for a minute. Okay, honestly, not a great selection here. I do like this glue for gluing cardstock. It's Tombow Mono Liquid Glue, $8.99. My favorite glue though is Gina K Designs Connect Glue. You just can't go wrong with that. But either that one or this one, and then I just take this or the Gina K glue and I squeeze it into those little plastic bottles with the metal fine tip applicator that I showed you earlier in the video. That's what I squeeze these into, and then I use those little fine tip applicator bottles. It's just such precision, putting just a tiny dot of glue when you need it. It's just perfect. Now this pink tape, I love it. It's not pink tape, but it's called pixie tape. Okay, and this tape is really good because you can tape, you can put it on your paper, and when you lift it off or peel it off, it won't rip your paper. So this stuff is really good. I do find myself using tape a lot. I may pick this up because I'm running low. All right, so we will put that in the cart. And what do we have down here? There's double-sided tape. Sometimes when I make my envelopes, I do use double-sided tape, but the real thin, like this. This isn't the one I use, but something like that. But again, I don't make my envelopes anymore unless it's a unique card size and I need an envelope that I just can't purchase. So I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about the adhesives. Tape runners, I've had all of these. Again, Gina K Designs, her tape runner, it's just it just blows these out of the water. That's all I have to say about that. You can try those, but I've tried them and I've wasted a lot of money on them. Okay, so this is new. Wow. Okay, I'm surprised that this is here because normally their die cuts are over by the stamps. So I'm really happy I came across this. So this is the die cutting and embossing folders. Boy, they have a lot. Okay, these are all new. And I'm wondering if they got, and these are Recollections brand, so I don't know that they came from Joann's, but I'm starting to make some more religious cards, which I love. And I love these crosses and this faith die. So I'm going to pick up that pack. And let's see. Oh, this is a good value. These are embossing folders, and there's 2 of them. Now, I don't really have a use for that rainbow, but I love that sunburst. Okay, Annette, let's get this back in. There we go. These are real nice. The wood grain gears, very nice. All right, so we got embossing folders. galore. Cool. And then these are nice too. Okay, border punches. Those will make nice borders along your card. My camera's all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm looking at the product. I'm not looking at my camera. Paper punches, circle punches, scissors. Okay, now I want to talk about this. If you are new to crafting, cutting paper, there's, you can use a ruler and scissors. That would be kind of cumbersome. These blade trimmers are nice. I've had a blade trimmer. I'll show you the one that I started with. I started with this one, this Fiskars. This is the blade trimmer that I have, but this one here at Michael's today is $38. Now, they come with a little blade here, and I've replaced it. The first year I started making cards, I replaced my blade 3 times. I mean, it just was not giving me crisp lines, and it just really, I didn't like it. So I was thinking about switching to a rotary blade, but I ended up getting a guillotine, and I don't see any here. But you can get them online. I asked around some of the other card making YouTubers, and I just was getting some recommendations for trimmers, and hands down, they all love the guillotine trimmers. So it was a little bit of investment. I don't remember how much exactly, but I bought the Tim Holtz guillotine paper trimmer, and I've had it for like a year now, and it cuts beautifully, just like day one. So here's a picture of a guillotine trimmer. So that's what I'm talking about. So if I were just starting out, and if somebody could just tell me like one big tip, that would be my tip. Just bypass all the other trimmers and just get yourself a guillotine trimmer. All right, I'm coming up along something that's new to me here. So let's take a look. Look at this. We've got fabric, fabric, fabric. I'm not a sewer, but this is new to my Michael's store at least. And I believe that they have acquired some of Joann Fabric's fabric supplies. They have a whole section here at the back of my store. Whoops, that's my cart. At the back of the store, dedicated to fabric. And here's some notions, knitting needles, Velcro. What else? Oh my, okay. We got more fabric. I know nothing about fabric. Sewing machines. Wow. Okay, so there you go. Bobbins, thread. That's pretty though. I do like the colors. Buttons. So if you're a sewer, Michael's, has quite a bit. And here's more scissors. I don't know, they have another section of scissors. Scissors, rotary trimmers, those are nice to have. Cutting mats. Right. I don't know what these are. Oh, bobbins. Okay, bobbins. I think tape measures, patches. Let's see. What else? Lots of threads and yarns. These might have been here before, but flosses for embroidery, all kinds of things. Felt. I don't know what to do with felt, but I love it. I like the way it feels. I wonder if you could incorporate these into card crafting somehow. But there you go. Lots of fabric, some lights, more thread, yarns. One more thing, if you're a beginner card maker and you're not quite sure about ink blending, do check out the paper pads. They have beautiful papers, like this one is 48 sheets, and just cut up your paper and you have a beautiful background instantly. So 48 sheets, these are on sale for $4.99 each pad. That is amazing. That's a great price. Pick one up. So that's it. I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just a quick tour of my local Michael's store, looking at some new card making supplies, and they did have a few. But But the big surprise was this section of yarn and fabric. So if you're a sewer, you can find a lot of supplies here. All right, until next time, make it a great week.